Not too bad of a qualifying effort here in Atlanta. We're qualifying 12th, better than our last two starts in an auto club in Vegas. Biffle and Busch, your front row, and you're going to see the rest of the results flash across your screen. About to take the green flag here in Atlanta for race number 4 of the season. We roll off P12 right behind our teammate in the 42. As now we get another terrible start. We get split 3 wide going into turn 1 by Kurt Busch in the 169. The one to our inside gets us pretty arrow loose. We're up the track. Scott Riggs right behind us, and as well as Ryan Newman. Now down the back straightaway, we're going to draft the number 1 of Martin Truex Jr. We try to get to his outside, give him a bit of a bump. Through mid-corner, he's to the inside of the 2. We've got to run inside 3 wide, coming to the front straight away. Now just 1 lap down, 39 or 38 to go as we move to the inside of the 169. We get a little tight up the racetrack, almost into his door, as now we're coming down the back straightaway at corner number 2. Denny Hamlin, who had an atrocious finish in Daytona and also was involved with a wreck with us in Auto Club, is looking to have a good run, running inside the top 15 here at the beginning of the race. Now we move to the inside of the 11. He's too fast. We're still behind him. Brian Vickers up there as well as the number 42 of Casey Mears. We move to the outside of the 11. He blocks us. We're going to follow in his footsteps down the back straight away. Now we're behind the 11. The 42 moves to the inside, trying to make a pass on Jeff Burton in the 31 Singular Wireless number 31. Is now coming out of corner number 4 for lap number 3. Now going to lap number 4. Here we're about a second back from the leader, who is our teammate Greg Biffle. Now to the outside, this 11 not too happy with us after our wreck, our encounter in Auto Club. Now we get to the inside finally behind Jeff Burton, and the whole field stacks up. We're sideways. How was that not a caution? The 42 down on the apron, the 14 side swipes us. We're down to the apron sideways. What just happened there? I don't know how that wasn't a caution. I'm genuinely amazed. As Hamlin now gets to our outside, and so does Kurt Busch. I mean, the whole field just checked up. I mean, look at the gap that Biffle has. He's got at least a 1.5 seconds lead over the rest of the field. I don't know what happened. I mean, we got into the back of the 31 because he went from about 190 down the back stretch to about 150, and we just plowed in there. That was ridiculous. Now, a few laps later, we've worked with Denny Hamlin to catch the 25 and a couple other cars here in the smaller pack around the 10th place area. There's Sterling Marlin as well. We're going to try and help Denny Hamlin as we abandon that plan immediately as my car gets way loose down to the apron. Now, working to the outside of the 14. Now, going into turn 3, we're trying to get a run. A few laps later, we've caught the 31 of Jeff Burton, who's obviously upset with us after we basically took the rear end off that car. That was obviously neither of our faults. The whole field just checked up there. But now Brian Vickers is trying to get to our inside. We're going to try and share draft with this 31 to make him a little happier. Now working the outside behind Mark Martin and Brian Vickers, trying to get around these guys. Elliott Sadler, last week's winner, is up here as well, having a great race, carrying the momentum from last week as we get up into the wall. Speaking of carrying momentum, we're ripping the fence, past the 6, to the outside of the 38, and almost clear of the 25. The 38 clears us as now we're battling with the 25. Now, to the outside of the 38. Is he going to block? Yes, he does. We try and pull the crossover in enough room. We get up into the quad oval wall. As now, we're side drafting the number 25 of Brian Vickers. Now, to our outside, we're into the wall again. The 38 blocks us. Try and pull the crossover. We're door to door, bumper, clear. We're into the 25. Into 5th. as we were still battling for 6 with the 38. The 25 took perfect advantage of our battle there, and got the position. Now it's lap 16. We got about 4.5 seconds off the leaders. Wow, way loose into the corner, into the wall. 38's going to move to our inside. We might lose a spot to him, but no, we're going to get the draft from the 25. We're going to stay right on his bumper into turn number 3. We're going to follow right in his tire tracks into the entry, and now we're up in the wall. We need new tires on this car. This thing is getting tighter and tighter throughout the run as Greg Biffle continues to dominate the early stages of this race. Now we move to the inside of Brian Vickers into turn 1. It's looking pretty good right now. We're door to door with the 25. A little bit of contact down the back straightaway, trying to get as much aggressive side drafting in as we can. As now we're drafting him off in 3 into 4, coming off the corner. It's going to be a drag race to the line for 5th. He's going to get us. We make more contact with Brian Vickers. Now, a few laps later, pit stops are starting. The 25 is in and the 5 is in. We passed Brian Vickers a lap ago, and now he is in. We're going to be making our pit stop this lap. We're coming in. Down to the apron. Actually, you know what? We're going to go another lap. Another lap or two as you see cars coming in. I don't know who that is, but there's lots of cars down on pit road. About half the field now making their way onto pit road. We're staying out. We're into 3rd. Oh, we're on the apron. Snap tight there. Or snap loose as we're up into the wall. We're coming in this time. The 16, our teammate at Snake Racing, is still leading. So we're going to come down on pit road here. The apron. No, the car spins. Oh my goodness, the 38 drills us. Oh, and the 2 does as well. Oh my goodness, the car just snapped around. We got on the brakes and it just spun loose. Watch this hit. Oh, the 38 drills us. Obviously, we're going to pit. That puts us in a big hole. That was unfortunate. We just got on the brakes and it looped it. Right now, it's the 8 car in second, the 16 in the lead. The 38 was behind us. We were all coming into pit. The 16 was going another lap, but man, that was just unlucky. Now there's going to be lots of cars, as you can see. Once we get a better camera angle, you're going to be able to see all the damage on the right side of the car. Look at the door damage from Elliott Souther drilling us. Obviously not what we wanted to see. We were having a pretty good run, I'd say, for this Lowe's 48 machine, but we're going to get 4 tires, fix the damages. Look, you can see all the ground we've lost. There were a tons of cars a lap down, so that will probably help us. As now, look how far back we are. You know what's crazy? We're only in 11th place. Now, restart, lap 24. We should be able to make it to the end on fuel. The 31, door outside, we're into 12th, but look at all those cars ahead of us. Those are all lap down cars. So when we start to make our way past them, hopefully, you will see if your driver is a lap down or not. That's not of your fault. That's just unlucky time for the caution. As now the 43 of Bobby Labonte in the Cheerios machine takes the lead. Oh, no, there's Greg Biffle. Greg Biffle now takes the lead. That was short-lived for Bobby Labonte. As there's a lap car, he blocks us to the apron. Oh, my goodness, what was he thinking? I mean, we're literally on the lead lap. He's lapped down as we move to the inside of the 20, the 29, and the 66. Another huge checkup. We get into the back of Swift. Oh, my goodness. What is up with backstretch? Checking up and the caution is out. I saw the hood of the 38 machine laying on the track. And wow. Let's see what happens going into turn 3. He's in front of Denny Hamlin. The hood just decides to leave the chat, as they say. Now we're going to have another restart. We just saw how our last restart went. Now, lap 28, working lap 29. Sterling Marlin behind us. There's our rival, per se, in Ryan Newman right next to us. Now, we're into 7th. We're into a top 10 run. Obviously going to be better than Auto Club. Vegas, we had a top 10 run. Can we keep the momentum going and get back-to-back top 10s for Snake Racing and hopefully dig ourselves out of this points hole? Now, getting a run through turns 3 and 4 to the back of the 38. Now, there's a big check of Ryan Newman is upside down. Ryan Newman on his side down the front straightaway. Oh my goodness, the checking up is unreal. Oh my goodness, we see the camera from Ryan Newman's perspective. He's just sliding on his side. He's on back onto his wheels. They just all checked up right in front of me again. Oh my goodness, Ryan Newman. We are getting word that Ryan Newman is alright. Oh my goodness. The car is heavily damaged now as the 43 and all that. The 43 of Bobby Labonte is taking the lead. We have not heard from him all day until the last restart. Now, we got about a second off the leader for this restart. We're obviously going to be way slower because of our damage. Elliott Sadler behind us with more damage as well. Lap 33 of 39. Now, the 14 tries to make a pass. We get Arrow loose as he makes a little bit of contact with us. There's Tony Stewart. This car is basically undrivable with this amount of damage. As now we head into turn number 3. Bobby Labonte in the 43 still has the lead. Our hood shaking violently. Now, to the outside of Sterling Marlin, we're 3 wide down the front stretch. To the line, 3 by 3. Or not 3 by 3, 3 wide. We're backing out of that. Don't want to get into that business going into turn number 1. Gonna try and make our way to the outside of the 14. He blocks us. Is that our hood? Our hood falls off. Wait, no. That's our front bumper. The front bumper of the car has fallen off. That was when the 14 blocked us. So we have a debris caution. When the 14 blocked us, we got into the back end of him. And, the piece just fell off. So we're going to have another late race restart. Car's obviously going to not be good. Now we're going to have just 2 laps to go. Can the 43 hold off the dominant number 16 of Greg Biffle? Can Bobby Labonte get his first win since 2004? Now, to the inside, that's the 9 car. We battled with him in Vegas. Can we get another spot here at Atlanta? We're into 10th position. The 43 looking to get the first win for Dodge this season. Remember Tony Stewart. 2 wins already this season. 1 lap to go when we hit the line. Bobby Labonte leads. Richard Petty Motorsports looking to get back to victory lane. We're through the grass a tad. Now trying to battle with Kasey Kahne. Down to the apron a little bit. The car gets loose to the inside of the 9 Dodge machine. Now drag racing down the back straight away into us a little bit. Now we clear the 9. Into 9th place. Bobby Labonte with a car length lead over Biffle, I believe. Now, Bobby Labonte comes off of turn number 4 to win at Atlanta. We come home P9. Remarkable finish for all that had happened to us. As there you see the top 10, Labonte, Biffle, Kenseth, Gordon, Stewart, Jr., Kurt Busch, Sterling Marlin with a great run, Jimmie Johnson, myself, and then Kasey Kahne. You've seen the top 10, but let's look at other results. Jeff Burton, 11th, then Casey Mears, Elliott Sadler, Robbie Gordon, Wagner, Harvick, Jarrett, Nemechek, McMurray, Vickers in 20th, Mayfield, Kyle Petty with a good run, Tony Raines, Rudolph, Waltrip, Kyle Busch, Scott Riggs, J.J. Yaley, Garrett, Menard, Foster, Reed Sorensens, Mark Martin, Swift, Truex, Payne, Good, Hamlin, Green, Hall, Newman, Stremme, and Ryan Blaney gets this week's last place award. Here's your points. Greg Biffle for Snake Racing is in the lead by 37 points over 2-time winner this season, Tony Stewart. Not far behind him is the other Snake Racing driver, Matt Kenseth, then Elliott Sadler, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jeff Gordon with a great run, Bobby Labonte into 7th with that win. Wow, good for him. Kurt Busch into 8th, then Kevin Harvick 9th. Kyle Busch rounds out your chase field in 10th. Just out of it is Mark Martin, Jeremy Mayfield, Sterling Marlin, and myself are just on the cusp of making the chase. Nemechek resides in 15th, then Mears. Jeff Burton in the 31 after big contact early. Kasey Kahne, Brian Vickers, Newman, Yaley, Michael Waltrip in the 55, Martin Truex Jr. in the 23rd, then Tony Raines, Jamie Mack, Jeff Green, Dale Jarrett, Robbie Gordon, Denny Hamlin in 29th, Scott Riggs, Kyle Petty, Reed Sorensen, Herman Foster, Paul Menard, Willis Hall, Stremme, Marty Fisher, Dave Blaney, Randolph, J.J. Johnson, Wade Sanders. And right now, it's looking Dave Blaney is last in points. Remember, last in points at the end of the season gets $5. Dave Blaney and David Stremme are in a tight battle for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in Bristol.